Buenas tardes a todo mundo. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And here today I have my lovely family with me. My wife Taylor, my daughter Gabriela.
Hi.
Hello. And we decided to take a short little siesta here at the beach. And while we're here, we want to go over something. It's a topic that a couple people have been asking about recently, which is homeschooling here in Puerto Rico. So what we're gonna do is give you guys a brief overview, how we came to the decision, which curriculum we're using, what we like, what we don't like, and what our plans are for next year. So this is something you guys wanna know about. Sit down, grab a pen, take some notes, and let's hop right into it. So for this school year, which is 2020 to 2021, we decided to homeschool Gabriela. Now there's a few reasons why we determined this was the right fit for her. The main thing obviously is this health crisis. Everything shut down while we were in Maryland during last school year. During the final few months of last school year, she was really just sent home with a bunch of packets to do at home, and she wasn't learning. And it was frustrating for everyone. Now, in the midst of all of this, as you all know, we moved from Maryland to Puerto Rico. And when we came here, with the schools here being closed and us moving so close to when the school year started, we just didn't have the time to research and prepare to find a school that we felt was, you know, good for Gabriela. Yeah, good fit. And we also learned that because the schools were closed, all the schools were doing virtual learning, which we knew Gabriela wasn't going to benefit from, which is sitting in front of a computer for 6 hours a day every day. It just didn't make sense. So with all those reasons combined, we decided that homeschooling for her, which is she's in 3rd grade this year, was the best option for us. So we're at that point where now we have made the big decision. Homeschooling it is. We quickly realized we had one big problem. We knew nothing about homeschooling. We didn't know what we needed, what books we needed, what materials, how to teach. And so that's where our research began. And we quickly realized that unlike a lot of states in the States, you know, such as Maryland, Puerto Rico really didn't have any regulations. All they pretty much said was pick a curriculum you like and keep track of it. And which left a lot of work to us to really figure out which curriculum we wanted to use.
Right, there are tons of options, but as first timers, we wanted something to mimic regular school day, or as much as possible a regular school day with a lot of book work and the least amount of planning.
The curriculum that we did choose, I was actually kind of like, you know, astounded by the materials that we actually got. You know, it looked like regular school materials. You had student books, you had teacher books, you know, I don't know, it was a little bit surreal what we actually got in the box when we ordered from these companies. But it was very easy for us to, you know, keep track not only of the work we're doing, but also the progress we're making with her, what she's learning, and keeping a schedule was very easy with the curriculum that we chose.
So we did a combination of, well, we ordered from 2 companies to pretty much build our own 3rd grade curriculum. So we made sure that she did the basics like language arts, math, science, and geography. And then we chose our own electives. We chose Sign Language and Portuguese. But those we do with free resources online and apps that we have. So we chose 2 companies to get our materials from. We chose Masterbooks and we chose The Good and the Beautiful. So with those, they are Christian-based homeschool curriculums where you can pick and choose every subject. They have bundles, you can choose individual subjects. Just really depends on your needs, and it's really easy to build a curriculum that works for you. So the best thing that we liked about these companies was that for first timers, it hardly required any work from the planning side, and they also do international shipping, which is awesome in case you're located here in Puerto Rico or anywhere in the world.
Although we did get all of the materials and the school books, you know, per se, from both of these companies, which came out really good, we did find it tough to find the actual school materials. You know, the items to do the science projects, all the day-to-day
Manipulatives and the
exactly
flashcards, the supplemental, just things that teachers usually use in classrooms to help kids learn.
exactly all those things. We found it tough. You know, that is one of the issues, one of the cons, I guess, of living in Puerto Rico in general, not just school supplies in general. Is just the availability of stuff, especially if you need it right away. You're either gonna pay top dollar if you can find it, or you're gonna have to order and wait. But we somehow came across online by scrolling is actual school supply stores that are actually here on the island and are phenomenal. I mean, we went to the stores and it was full of just, it was like a teacher's paradise per se. You know, it was just
and it's
full of
located
stuff.
in San Juan, so it's not far from
Where we live.
everything.
You know, yeah. So being in San Juan, it's easy, and it was very easy to find the building, you know, parking, things of that nature. We'll go ahead, for every company we've mentioned and every item we've mentioned, including the school materials store, we'll put a link in the description below. They also do online shopping.
Right.
So if you're here on the island or preparing to come to the island,
Or even if you're in the States, they ship to the States as well.
exactly, it is a great option if you need to purchase school-like materials. There were those few little items here and there that we couldn't find.
If you're checking Walmart, it's not the best place.
Yeah, Walmart
find
definitely
school
wasn't
materials.
it wasn't those places. It was mainly the science project stuff that we needed, that sometimes were these odd, you know, little items that we couldn't find. So we did order them on Amazon. You know, knowing that because it's coming to Puerto Rico, there is a delay. You know, for whatever reason, some packages get here in 3 to 4 days, some take 2 weeks. Not sure how Amazon is, you know, working that, but that's another story for another day. So obviously we've gone over a brief overview of which curriculum, how we figured it out. Now it's about to be March 2021. School year's almost over, and I think we've come to the decision to do what next year?
I think we're going to continue homeschooling just because a lot of the schools, they are opening up, especially the ones that are opening up next week, but a lot of them also are not. So we haven't taken the time yet to really see if any of the schools are going to be a good fit for us. Eventually we want to send Gabby to school, if she would like, to really learn how to read and write in Spanish. We work on everything at home. She's doing great at speaking Spanish, but learning how to read and write properly is something that's very important. So either a private tutor or school, if that's the way that she'll learn best. But as of right now, I believe we are going to continue with our homeschool plans in the future, at least for next year. I believe we're going to get away from the traditional curriculum. It served its purpose for us for this first year. It was amazing. And the traditional curriculum, meaning book work, sitting down, and having a lot of paperwork. Next year, we're going to move more towards a Charlotte Mason style homeschool and do a lot more unit studies that encompass all the subjects rather than each subject individually.
So right now we're actually in the process of building that curriculum that we want around this new format that we've learned about, that we think is going to be best for Gabby. And at the same time, we're able to keep track of everything that she's learning and doing. So when the time comes for us to enroll her in school, we can, you know, show our work. That was always a big deal for me, is making sure that whatever curriculum we do, we're able to show, you know, the public school or the private school, whomever we enroll Gabby to at that point, that we have been actually teaching her and trying our best to make sure she stays at grade level.
If you're interested, we can always do a different video about how we record keep and more in-depth about that process as well.
And once we build this curriculum, we will put up another video detailing this new curriculum that we're gonna be using for, in this case, Gabby's 4th grade. Should be up in a few months. Like I said, we're still, you know, getting all the kinks worked out of it and making sure that, yes, planning it and making sure we get the materials that we need. So once we have all of that, we'll definitely make sure we bring it to you all, answer any questions you guys may have, and so that you guys can get a different feel of what we're doing now versus what we plan on doing for next year.
And if it'll work for you.
Exactly. Homeschool is a trial and error thing, especially if you're going to do it for the long haul. It's not, you know, I think, you know, you have a chance to choose different curriculums and see what works best for you as the parent, as the teacher, and your children as students.
But it's also not for everyone, so.
Correct.
So to make things more affordable this year and next year, we used a lot of free resources, and we're going to link all those in the description bar below. Just websites such as Teachers Pay Teachers, we use Khan Academy, and we use Adventure Academy for just more education, and it's free.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the book where we wanted it to become a little bit more interactive, and these free resources that we were able to use was able to engage Gabby in a different manner, and it was definitely a little bit more interactive, and she likes them. At the same time, she's having a good time, but she's also learning and mastering certain skills.
Our first books were ordered from the Good and the Beautiful curriculum for language arts. The handwriting, I'm not grading that, but I do like to encourage neat handwriting, so that's a plus. And the language arts book, while I love that the lessons are pre-planned and detailed for you, I don't think we're going to use it next year. It just wasn't really our style and didn't mesh with what we're looking for in a course. For the other subjects, we ordered from Masterbooks, and I cannot rave enough about Masterbooks. We absolutely love them. The science course, while we do love it, the language is a bit extensive. The vocabulary is pretty thorough, especially for a 3rd grade lesson. And we're taking that at a slower pace, and that most likely will carry us on into next year. We love the experiments, but again, it's just a little bit too advanced for 3rd grade. The math course, I love the math course. Now, the teacher's guide we could have done without ordering, but it does have a lot of great teaching suggestions for math, if that's something you're looking for. But the math workbook itself was amazing. It works exactly as we need it to. It is right on her grade level, and it goes at a good pace. The geography books are Gabby's favorite course. I love how the worksheets come pre-planned, and each of the worksheets actually comes with a recipe for every single country that you learn. So if that's something you want to do as a hands-on lesson, everything you need is right there. It also comes with a little passport that you fill out with each country that you learn. The passport to the world book is so bright and so colorful. The Atlas book is also very bright, colorful, in-depth, and Gabby loves learning about all these different countries. Now, the Brain Quest book is not part of any curriculum, but we like to use it as morning work or to supplement any lessons that Gabby may need a little bit of extra help with, or just to make sure that she's right on track with what we're learning. Teachers Pay Teachers is an amazing website where teachers upload lessons or worksheets in every single subject and every grade level. So we like to use those for lessons that we don't necessarily have in our curriculum, like Valentine's Day, President's Day, Black History Month. We found our lessons all on there. You can even find a lot of the good ones for free. Khan Academy is a free website online that we also use. They have a bunch of courses listed, but we only use it for math, and Gabby likes to play with the Pixar in a Box course. So I like to use that. And a lot of games, so she doesn't even feel like she's learning. I'll be sure to link all the resources and all of the websites and apps down below.
As first-time homeschoolers, we learned a lot about ourselves and also this whole process. And we want to make sure that you guys, kind of get a glimpse of what it was like for us. So in the future, in the near future, you guys are going to be seeing videos from us about how we keep track of everything, lesson planning using the curriculum we have now, the build process of our new curriculum that we're going to use next year, and some other videos about some of the free materials that we also use and how we incorporate that into the day-to-day schooling.
Record keeping, all of that.
Exactly. There's a huge bird that just flew across from us. I thought it was
an iguana.
Also an iguana that just literally flew over us. I thought it was gonna land on us. So before we have an iguana land on us, we're gonna get up out of here. And we're gonna enjoy this beautiful day that we have here on the beach for a little bit. If you guys found this video helpful, or if you like the content, please make sure you smash the like button. And of course, if you want
subscribe.
If you want to see more content here from Puerto Rico, make sure you guys subscribe. My name's Andres, that's Gabby, that's Taylor, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.